Who's most likely to join a cult?
That's Oba.
That's 100%.
That's 100% Oba.
I'm a godly man.
Are you not sucking feet?
What are we doing?
Yeah, what's that
Sorry.
about?
I have in the past, not currently something that I'll be doing though.
Days of the Twang one. You don't want to go back.
Do you know?
Did you watch Stormzy's video?
I think what he was doing was saying, don't ever forget what I can do in it.
Facts.
It's not just that Mourinho's in it. Mourinho's like
He's
acting.
vibing.
Yeah.
So one of them pushed him.
Yeah.
Said, you lot, be careful. You know, this is Big Jose.
Do you think there could have been an extremely big win to include
Never happened.
Chip in that and squash the beef as a result of it, but have that be a moment of being like, this is here as well?
That type of video, yeah. And I don't want to say, could Chip do something like that? Because I feel like that's out of order. I think that
But you could say that and insert any name.
any
for
name,
that.
yeah. I
in
think
the UK,
still,
and it's not gonna be. No one can do that.
okay.
No one can do that in the UK, bro.
I think gigs, Skepta can do that still.
Skepta me.
Vorderman.
Oh, bro. I can't lie. I checked her socials after still.
Oh my
60
days.
though.
100%. Are
Nah,
you mad?
nah.
What
That
do
was
you
just a
mean?
good
You
picture.
don't have to worry about no protection.
Nah, that was just a good picture.
You don't have to worry about protection,
no. It's
bro.
not a good picture because trust me,
Carol
10
Vorderman is
years
levels.
ago, people were saying Vorderman is.
No, she's
the
been
one.
levels. Countdown. Are you crazy?
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah,
She's
nah.
been no. She's been bad.
When Rachel Riley got the countdown job, a lot of people were like, Vorderman is better.
Yeah.
She still got it.
Listen, 60 years, yeah, that's
6'1",
what 45 years of experience.
brother. I'm
that.
involved.
45 years of
Do you know what it is about as well? She looks rude. She looks like a horrible person as well.
Love Moses, by the way.
I'm kind of there for it.
Love that, bro.
Yeah, love Moses, bro.
Thank you, bro.
Love, man.
Brother. If you didn't notice already, we've got the White Rhino back again for
Back
another
again,
week.
Permanent fixture.
We were episode 50 last week. Hit the half century.
Someone
and
said it
that.
was really emotional.
Huh?
Someone said it was really emotional.
It was a bit too emotional for me. Like
It
when I was
did-
editing,
it
I was
did-
thinking
it did
this
get
is
a
a
bit
bit
emotional.
much still.
It did get there.
Like,
I don't know how we got there.
It was him.
Was
like,
it though? Was it that deep?
Bringing
No,
all
it
the
was.
wetness
It
with
was
him,
still.
fam.
It was still.
Bringing
I
the
watched it
wetness.
back and I was just like, bro, like, fam, what's going on?
Listen.
Come like a counselling session.
If
What do you like about him? What do I like about you?
It's mad. It's like Dee was watching it and she said to me, she was like, "Is this therapy for these?"
Fam, I'm telling
Nah, I
you.
felt like that, but I feel like sometimes that's needed, man. You're always gonna have a one-off. You know what I mean? 'Cause-
If a deep conversation makes you feel uncomfortable as a viewer, then we can't be friends.
yeah.
I hear that. Big facts.
Um,
How have you been, first of all, first and foremost? Obviously, we always like to ask.
In the past
Been good,
week.
yeah? Yeah, past
I've
week.
been good.
Wicked. What are you saying? You good?
yeah, I'm good. I can't, Hona.
I'll
What you been
ramble,
up
so
to?
shut me down.
What you been up to, Hona?
Not much. I did 20k on a wrestling TikTok.
Aye, big
I
up.
put out last night.
Last
That's
night.
a bit mad, you know.
Big up. That's mad.
Yeah.
No.
500 followers today.
No.
Jeez.
I've been, you know, I'm following your thing anyway.
Thank you,
but
bro.
Come on.
he's doing bits, you know.
Yeah.
Like the content that you do, yeah. Like that, I said it before, but it's you know wrestling, bro. Like I don't know wrestling. I promise you. I thought I knew wrestling, but I don't know it at all.
Somewhere-
Maybe it's just the. I feel like the new age. I stopped when John Cena became less relevant, and he was like,
Was he relevant at some point?
yeah, what? John Cena, don't do that. See, I was about to get
You
emotional.
Big-
Shout out
big
to
time.
John Cena.
John Cena,
He
big,
could be here. We don't know.
Mount Rushmore, wrestling, quick one, top
Oh,
four.
it's tough. I
Mount
don't know.
Rushmore.
Yeah.
Bro, that's only
Okay,
4
so-
places.
Yeah.
So confirmed is Austin. That's we know
Yeah,
Hulk Hogan, bro.
no,
that. No way.
Why?
No
we
way.
kidding?
He
Not
made
doing that.
wrestling what it was like 20
No,
years ago.
sorry, we're not doing that.
No, no, no.
Triple H.
He's racist, but we've like, you get what I'm saying?
He's racist, but
I say this is mine. Yeah.
The Rock's got to be in there. Has
Okay.
to be.
Okay. This is mine.
there's debates around that.
No,
Stone-
fuck,
yeah,
no,
there is.
no.
There is. No, I hear it.
I don't give a fuck
Wait,
what
wait,
anyone
wait,
has to
wait,
say.
Wait. Okay. Stone Cold, Triple H, Shawn Michaels,
No.
and The Undertaker.
Okay, so you're very much doing your era, right? That's
Yeah.
the way I think you should do it. Because when people our age try and go Andre the Giant, it's like you didn't
Come
you
on.
didn't watch that.
You saw one fight.
Like, so I get it. Like, obviously,
Now, large him up, though.
pay respects, cool. Like,
Giant.
respect from previous generations. But it's like when people say, "Oh, my favorite football player of all time is Pele." It's like you don't know.
You don't know.
You didn't watch that.
Mello, you're watching this right now. You don't know what man was on.
But so, like, I get pay the respect, cool. But if you're doing your all time, I feel like you should do relevant to your life.
I hear it still.
The only reason I would argue that, and Rock would probably be in mine, but if you look at it this way, right, if Austin and Rock are the same generation and Austin is confirmed number one, can you really have the 4 greatest of all time with one of them being someone you're admitting is number 2?
But your confirmed number 1.
Yeah. Is he not yours?
No.
That's interesting.
The reason being, right, if we're giving personal ones, The Rock's number 1 for me.
Yeah,
But if you're doing it objectively, like, and it's somebody that, cool, who has to be in it, then yeah, cool, you can say Austin. But if we're doing our personal ones, then obviously The Rock for me is their number 1. He's the only reason I used to watch wrestling back then.
Yeah.
And if you're the 5 people who are still watching, now are listening, fair play. Someone left a comment on my TikTok the other day that just said, "Bro, you take wrestling far too seriously." I rate it though.
There's always one, bro. There's always one. That
No, but just someone watching it going, "Bro,
This
might
guy
be
knows
you know,
everything.
and a little private account."
Well, me still. What you saying though, Sav? What you been on?
I'm there, bro. Did we even finish off your Mount Rushmore? You didn't, did you?
I can't do it. I'll be here too long. I haven't actually thought about it.
Did you not tell that it was gonna get there?
Yeah, it was probably going to be a long time.
I haven't actually thought about it. If I'm honest, it's ridiculous, but I would need time. So
That's all right. We'll come back another time and we'll tune back in. But I've been all right, man. What have I been on? Weekend, I was just chilling. Went to a party, which was alright. Big up SJ and Mads. But other than that, bro, I've just been trying to hibernate little piece, man.
Yeah, you don't
Summer
really,
was expensive.
You don't post.
Yeah.
It's interesting though. Like
Because why I don't really get it, like how people have time to post every day. I don't really
he's
get
an
it.
elusive guy.
Yeah, have you clocked like the way you post and stuff is just so out of the loop. Like you can be somewhere like 2 weeks ago and you'll post it today.
Yeah.
Nah, he does that all the time.
All the time.
I'll be with him, and then a video in the gym comes up on his story. I'm like, bro, when's? He was like,
Yeah.
days ago. As if like, I don't want people to know where I am.
You've been
No.
exposed.
But facts though.
This guy thinks he's like Drake.
Yeah.
No,
it's
it's not.
Cool
Do you know, it's not about that at all. I've had,
Hello, Cool J.
I've had multiple situations, yeah, where people have come up to me and said, "I saw this is where you was going to be, so this is why I'm here." That's not cool.
He's that guy, you know.
No,
That guy.
but alright, cool. We spoke about this before, or did we? I'm not sure.
No, we did.
PNB Rock,
Yeah.
right?
But yeah,
That's the
man,
Now,
extreme.
I'll be real with you.
Pop Smoke was the same thing.
I don't ever want to be
ain't
somebody
gonna be.
who has to learn that the hard way. Do you get what I'm saying? Like I'd
You ain't
rather
have you got ops?
be
though?
like that from now. What do you mean?
Have you got ops? Like
Everyone's got ops, bro. I've had death threats, bro.
swear down.
On my life, I've had death threats.
Why?
For shit I've said on Snapchat.
You're lying.
I swear down.
Fam, you need to stop saying stuff on Snapchat.
But I'm saying calm things, but people just get mad, innit?
No, but sometimes your opinion's a bit. Nah.
Don't shake your head.
I haven't had death threats. I've had there's been people that's like wished stuff upon you.
Really?
I've
Do you know
had
what I
death
mean?
threats, bro.
They're not saying I'm gonna do it, but they've wished, and sometimes it is a bit like, really,
Yeah,
for that.
but
opinion?
they're like 13.
Bro, when we put out, yeah, they might be or they might not be. Bro, I had a guy shout me after we did the Lil Nas X video about him doing that satanic
triggered
thing.
a lot of
Bro,
people.
man actually shouted me saying, "Don't let me catch you." I swear down.
What
Not
did you
obviously
say
an
about
anonymous
man,
thing.
Well, he put a diamond in his forehead.
That's Lil Easy.
Oh, what one was you talking about?
Oh,
Sorry.
Lil Nas.
Oh, God, that one.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah. Sorry.
Lil Nas X.
What did he do again?
The
All the
devil
Lils.
video.
Yeah. Why
Yeah.
people that fam? People gonna have opinion on that. I thought that was demonic, fam.
It
What
was
you doing?
demonic, but what we said was, I'm not really here for the whole video thing. Like that, I find that quite uncomfortable.
Yeah, it
like
was
the
very
demonic thing.
uncomfortable.
But I'm not here for the homophobia. Like, don't be like badding man up for being
Yeah,
gay,
yeah.
innit?
No, if
But-
anyone done that, it would have been called out.
But what I'm saying, I had man shout at me saying you're a gay sympathizer. Watch when I see you. Did it all? Trust me, man. That's crazy on this
Yeah.
social media thing.
Weird, bro.
I'm telling
That's
you.
weird. No, okay, I hear it to a certain extent. If man are getting different, then you gotta keep it easy. But is that what
You're
you were
lucky
saying?
you're just talking about football, you know.
No, but people still say mad stuff about
Yeah,
football, bro.
they do.
Actually,
Like,
yeah, you probably get it more.
I get it more than
Yeah.
anyone. Like
Yeah.
them man are actually like onto me to the extent of like it's too far.
Didn't someone put in the group the other day that there was a comment on FD that called him Bioseki.
Bioseki, yeah.
Bioseki.
And I didn't even speak on no one, bro. We were picking our England squad, and I put Mount instead of Foden, and look what happened against Germany. Like, fam, it's.
Oh, you look at this guy.
Like, you know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm
Okay.
saying.
Did
But,
you not watch that? What do you not think of England at the moment? Let's talk about that briefly.
I think that Maguire is not good enough to be playing.
Tomori should be starting.
So
How
I think
Tomori is not starting.
It's a
I
madness.
just don't understand what we're doing.
it's a Vio, but also I think even if you're not gonna start Tomori, Maguire shouldn't be starting. Someone else, like Maguire just shouldn't be playing, because you saw from the Germany game, he is just prone to make a mistake right now, and he's been like that for the past 18 months.
But if your argument for not taking Maguire out is that, or not putting Tomori in, is these people haven't played in this team consistently enough. It's like, well, we're playing Nations League games.
We're relegated.
Why are we not utilizing these people?
You get what I'm saying?
Also, I know we got to the final of the Euros, so it's like that team was this close, so maybe they can win it. But it's also like, even that 6 months to a year is a long time,
Bro, look at what happened to France.
Things can change.
Yeah.
Like
And
literally.
Look, I'm not gonna sit here and say I watch Syria day in, day out, because none of us do.
Yeah, no.
But
Other than Patrick Van Straat.
He doesn't.
But from what you see and from what you hear as well, because it's also about the way people who do watch
Praise
that
him, yeah.
talk about it, that's a guy that is at the top of his game at the minute.
Yeah. Now, he's got, and do you know what, I think what the most irritating thing about it is his whole thing that Southgate has been, I'm going to select on form and I'm going to select on who's being played by the clubs. So why are you playing Maguire? It don't make no sense.
No, but I think it's because he's been successful in those tournaments.
That's all
and
well
now,
and good.
But now it's like, I think after this, there's been rumours about him like cutting out regardless of what happens, and I think that's the case. Like, I think he knows the time is coming. We before the Germany game, we didn't score in like 500 minutes of open play.
That's crazy.
Like, had the same record as flipping San Marino in terms of
that's
scoring
crazy.
goals. It's just like, it's,
Am I right though in saying one thing? I know, not to be cliche, it's a game of two halves, but first half he was very good.
who?
Maguire.
Yeah, second half he was crap.
Yeah.
But that's what happens with him. Those lapses of concentration will cost you, and it's cost him countless times. That's why I said, everyone was saying, "Oh, look, it's making sense. That's why he picked him." Then he gives away a pen after giving the ball away, tripping a man up, and then the second goal as well. Where are you running? Like, why are you taking 15 touches? Fam?
I'm somewhat kind of happy we're here though, because the biggest problem this nation has, well, actually, no, we have a lot bigger problems, we know, when it comes to football. But one of the biggest problems we have when we go into tournaments where we think we might win is that pressure that we put on young players is ridiculous, and it never really leads to much. So considering we were the runners up in the Euros, I feel like people were kind of naturally going, well, Italy ain't even there, so this is ours now, we're going to win it. So I kind of feel slightly glad. It's a bit of a warped mentality to have, but slightly glad that we've been brought down a few pegs, so that hopefully we go into the tournament with maybe a little bit more realism of this is the World Cup and there are a lot of very good international teams out there.
No, I do hear what you're saying. I do hear what you're saying. Before we move on, quickly, subscribe. Just get that out there.
Like the video as well.
And like the video.
I've got a question for you lot.
You didn't ask me how my week was.
I did.
No, you didn't.
I swear down I did.
No, you didn't.
Do you know why
I said to him, how was your week? Saying, good, yeah, alright, cool. How was your week?
Yeah, but that was a joke though. We had to
Maybe
go back to
it was, maybe it wasn't.
I think, do you know why? Because I thought this afterwards. I think because we were literally talking about your last night before we started shooting.
Yeah.
I think it was in my mind. I realized, I thought we'd done and we hadn't.
Yeah. Fair enough. I'll give you that.
How was your week?
Also, who cares? Like,
who
fucking
shut
cares?
up, man. Shut up, man. You care, bro. You care about, man. Like, I went Composers.
Oh yeah, what was that saying?
They are sick.
Yeah.
They did Box Park Croydon.
Nice.
They did like an Encore fest. It's called Encore Festival. They had
we saw them at
Western.
Free Shots, right?
Yeah, they were wavy at free
Yeah,
shots.
they were very good.
So Western performed. They're very good live performers. The
Rob
Amira
Heine,
BB.
Yeah.
She's
Slow motion?
Yes.
Yeah.
You
Banger.
let me want that slow motion, baby.
I thought I was not the only guest there for a sec. I thought she was here.
Thank you.
You're
I'm
a
saying
joke,
that
man.
every day of the week.
Why did you
But-
gas up his head like
No,
this? I
because
don't get it.
he's a real one. Anyway, they played.
I thought he knew I was joking.
These are the friends you've got to be wary of.
No, because he's real. He knows that man can really sing. Anyway, the best part of it, you know, Sake, I was telling you that he's
large
doing a
amount.
mad share, bro.
Oh, God, nice.
Fam.
What? Nah,
The
he's
songs-
cold.
nah, someone said, someone said that I said he's an industry plant in it, because I actually think that you see with the way the world's going right now, cost of living, all of this stuff, if Asake wasn't about right now, there'll be a lot of people that would be down in the dumps. But his music is genuinely lifting spirits, bro. Like that guy hasn't missed in like 20 songs.
No, he's wavy. He's
in 20 songs, bro. Have you taken any of his songs in?
I'll be honest with you and say no.
Yeah, I need to, because you will like bare of his songs, bro. Even his last album, incredible.
Yeah, very
bro.
good. Top tier.
Hearing it live.
Top 10. You know I'm not really an Afrobeats guy like that. So.
Yeah.
You are, man.
I'm not.
You need to stop saying that.
I'm partial to.
No, because I'm not like you. Like, it's like for me to say I'm a wrestling guy. I can't say that sitting next to Horner.
Yeah,
do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can't say that, but I can't say I'm an Afrobeats guy with you in the room. I can't
There's
say.
nothing I can't stand more than gatekeeping.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For music, for things you're into, whatever.
Yeah.
If you're into something, welcome people in.
Yeah, bro.
On any level
I hear it
of the
still.
Oh
conversation.
my gosh, I got a friend, and who know who I'm talking about, fam. Every time I'll say something that he said before, or I'll take in a song that he's taken in or he showed me, be like, I'll put you onto that. So let me enjoy it, fam. Like, why are you saying that? I'll say the same word.
You know,
Be like, you just want to speak like me.
Obviously a bit like that.
100%.
I'm not like that.
No, you will.
Oh my
look,
gosh, you man love lying.
No, perfect example, yeah. Last week when we was talking about TikTok, it's like, do music. This is what you said, yeah? Put music on your videos.
Yeah.
I haven't.
But what I'm saying is...
You actually have.
I
I went to do it the other day and it must have been too long. There wasn't an option.
Yeah.
They said you're not allowed.
But what I'm saying is, the first thing he said was, if I go and do that now, one of them blows, you're going to say it's because you put music on it. And that is your character.
It's not, see, you don't know me then. You don't know me enough.
Do you know also?
then.
Do you know how excited he got because he thought he had you there? His legs were like this in the air when he started.
Yeah.
Like, do you know how? He started getting a bit gassed.
Yeah, you need to stop doing that though.
Doing
But,
what, fam?
What was I going to talk about? My point moving forward from composers is I'm not about no more still. Cost of living is everything that's happening in the UK right now. It's not a joke, bro.
Yeah, serious.
And I'm not into economics like that. Don't get it twisted. But I've never lived in a world where the pound is the same as a dollar.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Ever. Like I'm hearing man saying that they're gonna start asking for their freelance fees in euros and that.
Bro,
I hear it though, like it's actually crazy.
The worst part is when you realise. You used to hear what people are paid in America as salary, and you used to think, yeah, but it's not the same because of the currency exchange and whatever. When you now realise we're close to, if not like pound for pound, pound for dollar, and people in America get paid $50,000 for £35,000 jobs, that's mad now.
Yeah, that's
mad.
Because it wasn't a gap of a couple grand; it was $10,000 was the difference.
Like,
And now it's the same thing.
yeah, like back in the day, when family members of mine from America were coming over here, they had to stack twice as hard to literally come over and live the same as us. Do you get what I'm saying? And nowadays, they can come and go freely as they like because it's basically the same thing. You're just going to a different currency with the same strength. It's actually insane.
You know when you see those Instagram posts or whatever saying, here's what 350 grand can get you in
them stuff,
yeah.
some random town in Florida or something compared to here. But you never took it seriously because you knew, but these things are different. These are the things now that people need to start realizing, no, the money is supposedly close to being the same. So why are we in this? I'm the same as you, and I have my opinions on stuff, which I don't know politics and that kind of thing well enough that I would ever voice my opinions strongly on something like a podcast because I'm not educated enough in that world. But what I do know is it's tough at the minute, and it feels like we're only gonna go further down this road.
No, it's looking like hell, bro.
I don't see an alternative. That's the problem.
What's my man's name?
Who's this weird Donny? Yeah.
Who is he?
I don't know, but
I've just
someone
seen
needs
him
to check
talk.
him
Yeah,
still.
someone needs to
What's
check,
his-
man.
the
The Donny that cut the taxes? He cut taxes.
Yeah. Is that his
Is it
name?
Quasi?
Quasi Kwarteng.
45
man,
billion
whatever his
tax
name
cuts.
is. Fam, what
Mad
does that?
thing.
What does that even mean, though? Why
I
does
don't know what it means, but I just know what it's doing.
Why is it getting,
what it's doing.
why is it getting worse if the taxes are? I don't understand this stuff, and they're not explaining it to me. And Liz Trust, I don't know her enough,
Trust.
but she's just
No trust.
Fam, there's nothing. I'm hearing that they even there's no vote of confidence.
People
or
have,
something.
supposedly, I don't know if it's true. People have apparently already put in their votes of no confidence
For
on
Liz
her.
Truss.
She's been in the job a month.
No one's trusting that Liz.
Surely that's
It's mad.
surely you've got a probation period
Yeah, no,
where they can just be like, it hasn't worked out.
At least
Goodbye.
3 months. But no, it's mad still. Like I was driving to shoot this morning, and I saw people striking outside like a bus stop because they want more bread, obviously. Then I was the taxi guy was just like, yeah, this is gonna be just it for the rest of the year. Basically, he basically said, today is the bus drivers, tomorrow is this, the next day is that. I said people are genuinely gonna be asking for more bread because it is tight. Did you see on Twitter, when someone, and I think this is a bit extreme, someone was basically saying if you earn £100,000, it's basically nothing anymore. I think what's her name?
It was the Lin May. It was the post about the breakdown of if you actually take into account what you're paying into if you had outlays like a mortgage and whatever. And the maddest one is if you have a child, nursery fees are insane.
Fam, you're learning at home. Say one. Say two. How many is this?
Yeah, bro.
What do you think this is? Bro. I said nursery, fam. I'm going to teach you.
Oba's getting cabs. So let's not forget.
No.
Driving past people at the bus going, oh, they're striking.
No.
I didn't know. That's Oba.
Like I had camera equipment.
Fair play.
No, but real talk, it's getting beyond extreme still. So
it's nasty. It's actually disgusting. But do you know what else? I've got to quickly ask you a question.
Yeah, go on then.
I had this convo with my brethren the other day, and I thought, do you know what? I'll pose it to the man them on the pod. Are you not sucking feet?
What are we doing?
Yeah, what's that
Sorry,
about?
how did we go from
the crisis, the economy, and the crisis of the economy to sucking toes, bro?
Do you suck toes?
No!
You don't do that?
No!
You?
Look, what are we doing here? Listen. Let's just have it right. People that know me, we've had these conversations before. You got to get involved with everything that's there to get involved in.
Yeah.
Love that.
But sorry, we're talking about private lives here. What are we doing?
No, I had to quickly throw that in there.
Do you suck toes?
I have in the past, not currently something that I'll be doing though.
Really? Why?
Yeah.
Because
you know what it is?
I'm not currently sucking
He tasted the twangy one. You don't want to go back.
Do you know? Nah, do you know what
Someone
it is?
had a long day.
No, do you know what it is?
Someone had to walk to Sam's and he was having none of it.
Same. You know what it is with sucking toes? I did it for banter, innit? Like,
No,
bro, what was that?
Don't do that. That's a big toe, man. Why are you doing that, bro?
That's crazy. But I never understood it. Like, what do you lot get from it? I don't understand. But there's certain men out here who've got foot fetishes. I don't understand
hang
that.
on, but with anything like that, right? And I think that kink shaming is quite a commonly done thing among a lot of people, especially in our generation. I think
Facts.
there seems to be a lot of that, especially in the internet age. But it's like there's things that you understand and you don't understand, but someone somewhere gets something from it. I think the mad thing is like when you look into the sort of psychological thing of what leads to something like that. It's interesting. But yeah, I mean, look, if you're with your significant other and the two of you are in the bedroom in your private space, and it's one of those things as well. I know so many people that would have stories of like, oh, it wasn't even a planned thing. Certain things just like, yeah, fuck it, I'll do X, Y, Z.
Yeah.
It could be feet, it could be
Whatever, innit?
bro.
Not whatever.
The people that are into armpits.
Yeah, that's a bit extreme.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Like, what you're into, innit?
But that's what I'm
go
saying.
Do whatever.
There's a few things that sucking toes. I'll never look at someone and be like, oh, like you're doing a madness. I don't think that's that mad unless you're saying that they were traveling, doing a pilgrimage, and then they're coming to buck you, and then they're saying, oh yeah, suck my toe. That's when it's a bit mad. But is that not when they go on them long walks?
Yeah, I know what you meant. It was just a very good choice of words.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, history in that. But there's things that obviously we spoke about. What's his name a few weeks ago?
Merad Murali, whatever.
We're not
his
doing
name
the
is.
slap in the faces.
Where did that come from, though? How did that come up with you and your boys? That's what I'm intrigued to know. Do you know what I mean?
How did it come up? I can't even remember, you know.
Who hit up the group chat and was like,
boys, are you man sucking toes? I just need to know before I link this.
No, how did that come? Oh, do you know it was the Marks thing? It was the Marks thing, innit?
Oh,
What is
yeah.
So basically, he put out he does this thing with loons in it, no behaviour.
Yeah.
And he's just talking about how he likes feet, innit? Like
Right.
the type of feet that he likes and how he likes them.
Right, okay.
So off the back of that, I can't remember how it transitioned into that, but somebody sent it into the chat and we was talking about it. That's how it transitioned.
I got a question. Sorry.
Go on.
It's not the same, but it's, relationships and that,
go
yeah.
on.
Would you tell your girl that you love her in front of the mandem? Like, if she says, I love you, like, are you saying it back?
100%.
What, are you not?
Of course I am. I am.
Who doesn't?
Bro,
Certain man wouldn't do that.
I've seen online, like literally today. I was shocked. That's why I even had to ask you, man, because I don't know, like.
I've been on the PlayStation chat with you boys, and Dee's gone to go bed, and she's give me a kiss and said, "Love you, babe," and I go, "Yeah, love you too, babe," and then literally is, it's like, okay, great.
No, there's actually man that actually won't still. It's mad.
That's weird.
Yeah,
I feel like you're going too far with it. Like, what are you doing that for?
Yeah.
Like, I don't really get it. Like,
yeah.
Do you know
why
the
are you
maddest
being
thing
that
is
way?
the thing you need to tell people in that situation is your boys don't care.
Yeah.
Like,
But
as
some
in-
man do though.
No, but as in
some man actually do.
as in most, yeah, but if your boys are fucking mature adults, it's like they might do a whatever, but it's like just you and your girl, like,
Yeah.
do whatever.
But that's what I'm saying. Okay, so there's a few things with that, yeah. So like if I'm out with my girl, yeah, like let's say she's wearing heels, yeah, and it's one of those like tie-in heels things, yeah, and it messes up, yeah. I would just go down and help her, give her a hand, yeah.
Facts, yeah.
But I know if you're in that situation and man are around, you might be like, "Oh, babe, there's a seat. There's a seat over there." No, I'm doing it, but I'm asking, is that something that you'd have to question?
But do you know why a man will feel a type of way about that? Because there's always one don in the group who's actually serious with it. He's like, can't make your woman make you do that.
Yeah.
But real talk though, like there's certain gal that you can do that for and others you can't. Like there's certain man like that, innit?
But that's where it's too deep.
100% it is.
But
But
life's not that important.
But if you're the kind of guy who feels that pressure, you need to look within and be like, is it that deep?
That's,
like,
do you know, that's
it's my woman, if she trips up and busts her face, it's peak.
Yeah.
That's the
Tie
other
your
thing
shoelace, innit? Like,
there's who's worse in that situation, right? Someone who feels the need to apply that pressure, or someone who bows to it.
but I would apply pressure as banter. Like if you was
No,
standing
but-
there
no, but I
doing
mean
your
the
girl's
guy-
shoelaces, I'd be on your ear like, are you a fucking pussy, bro?
You literally do this with me all the time.
That's what I'll be saying to you.
This
Though.
is or anytime. Oh, let me get that for you, bro. Oh, state of you, man.
I'll be like, yeah, Horner's under the thumb read, boy. That's what-
yeah. But that can
But
get
that's
to man,
banter though. Yeah, that can get to man. So you gotta know who you're doing it to. I know that I can do it with you and not be a mad thing. Like, pause. But in general, you gotta know who you're doing it with. Because there's certain man, like I feel like with Millard, maybe certain times
Mills will
he
be
might be-
angry and say something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? So I feel like it depends who you're doing
Do
it
it yourself.
That is so jokes.
One thing I'm gonna say, just to go back on the thing we were talking about
go
before,
on.
because you're talking about when you're talking about feet.
Yeah.
Let's have it right though. What I will say is,
Yeah, go
and
on.
this is very much, I'm going to say, a double standard, because men's feet, Sav will accept himself here because he seems to think he's got an OnlyFans
know
level
why.
of foot going on.
My foot's lovely still.
But your foots look lovely still.
No, my foot is lovely.
But it's one of those things where, you know, you ever seen, we said this the other day, she's a 10 baht. It's like when the pinky's poking out the side. When someone doesn't look after or doesn't have nice feet, that is the kind of thing that's like, nah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's
Pretty feet's nice, the same as pretty anything's nice.
Yeah. But it's those features.
But what's a
there.
pretty foot like with a woman? How do you class a pretty foot?
Like it just looks normal.
One big massive.
It just looks like well kept, bro.
Yes.
Like it can't look like my feet. I've kicked balls for like 10 years.
Yeah, I've
10
seen
or so.
yours are.
Whew.
They
Like,
go
my
in
feet-
all angles.
I've been through the wars, bro. Like man
Oba's stepping on his own feet. You know
Nah,
when the
see,
toes are like this.
Aye, stop doing what you're doing. But you know when you kick ball for a long time and when you're younger, you're trying to squeeze into trainers, and as you get older, now it's your foot is affected.
Yeah.
For like now, I've only conceded defeat like 2-3 years ago.
Conceded defeat.
Is that?
I thought you were referencing the feet.
Oh no. Conceded defeat as in I used to wear 9s, yeah, or I used to wear like low, like the lowest I've gone is 8.5. These times I'm a size 10.
If I wear
Why
an
are you crushing up your foot like
No,
that?
but
bro?
it
It's
was
a pressure, innit?
mental thing. It was a mental
Why?
thing because sometimes I'll put my foot to the side and it'll just look long, man.
You come like gal, fam.
No, but that's how I used to feel when I was younger because I was always one of the taller ones. So as I'm getting older, I'm always like trying to wear smaller trainers.
But surely in Air Force you go.
So
size
I wear
down.
9. I wear 9 Air
Okay.
Force, but everything else now 10, even 10.5 sometimes.
Swear down.
But
Yeah,
that's
man.
one of those things that is very much a double standard
Yeah, it's
because it
mad.
doesn't go both ways. But it's one of those things that's nice when it's nice.
Yeah.
It's bad when it's bad.
I guess so. I don't know. I've never had like that experience anyway.
But I think it's like anything. Me and you have had this conversation before, right?
Yeah.
As you get older, don't you think that there's things you notice about either your girl or if you're single, just people in general, that you
Wouldn't
like,
have. Yeah.
you wouldn't have looked for? Like, we've said this before, like, you notice nice hands.
Yeah.
Or like specifically, wow, hair looks nice or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Like those little
specifics though. Closures, bro. No joke. I never used to deep closures and leave out and that when I was younger. You're even looking at me confused. You don't know what closure.
I know what a leave out is. I don't know what a closure is.
So it's the wig basically.
Okay.
So I never used to deep it like that when I was younger. But as I get older,
when it's done well, you appreciate.
When it's done well, I'm like, you've done your thing, yeah, or your hairdresser, whatever. But when it's not well, I'm like, man. Like sometimes I'll even see some girls, and this is not even a shade thing because they will own up to it, yeah. But sometimes emotions, when it's all sweaty and that, the hair's all moving back, like, and they're just there, like they're just there. And because I've always been that person, I don't know why. When I meet someone, I'll always just look up. So if I see your hair's looking mad, I'm like, damn, might need to go to the bathroom real quick. Let's sort that out real quick. And it happens. It's not an anomaly, in it. Like girls go through that situation. But yeah, that's one thing. Hair, your natural hair, how it's kept and stuff like. I proper appreciate.
I think it's nice as you get older, you appreciate more things about people. I think that's a nice, like, elevation of. Well, I guess I hope everyone's the same with it because it's a nice feeling to like.
No facts. Like when you're
appreciate
young,
more things.
When you're young, you're taking in the chest, you're taking in the back.
Yeah,
that's it.
But
kind
then
of
you start
And the
thinking,
smile.
bro, her teeth is nice.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Her laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Voice.
You get
A
me?
nice voice.
Certain things just start making more sense.
That's
The
like
more you mature.
When I first took Dee out, it was like first time she's speaking, I'm like, okay, she's got a nice voice.
Yeah, you start deeping the smaller thing still. Hey, you man, did you watch Stormzy's video?
Yeah. Have you watched it?
I still haven't.
Oh.
How have you not watched it?
Bro, I'm not just gonna be that guy, but trust me, I haven't had a fucking second this week. I had 3 hours sleep last night, and not because of no madness, not because of nothing like that.
I was sucking toes.
But honestly, I just haven't, like, work's just mad at the minute, so I haven't really had a chance
It is a long video, to be fair, but
to actually, and it's one of those things as well. It's like I could put it on in the background, but I don't want to do that. I want to sit and
can't put it on in the
you
background.
need to watch it because you know the mistake I made, and I don't know if anyone else did this year. I saw the tune on Spotify before I watched the video, so when I listened to the tune, I was just like,
so it's made for the
why
video.
is it so long? Yeah. Then I
course.
watched the video and I saw all the context around it, how big his network is and the different personalities he's got together. I said, this guy is gone.
He's clear.
And then
when I saw the names, it's very
clear.
cool. It's
but
very
then
cool.
it's the last bit as well, yeah.
The poem.
The poem, yeah.
Retz wrote it.
Yeah, Rich wrote it. I
Big
think
up Rich, man.
Michaela Cole narrated it,
Yeah.
Bro, that bit there, fam, that was powerful,
Bro, as in, I could have shed a tear.
Yeah, nah, like I wanted to be there,
Bro,
bro.
large up Henry, large up No Signal.
No Signal 100, yeah.
Like some of the people that they had in that, like, amalgamation of black people was mad.
Yeah, nah.
I've never in my life watched something, because you see stuff like that happen in America, but I've never seen a video like that come out of the UK. I've never seen that before.
Do you think that was Stormzy saying, like, you lot need to respect my thing?
I think it was a little bit. I think it was two things.
Because he was gloating a lot.
He was gloating a lot, but he does that on tunes. Like,
Yeah, but
when
this
you
one
listen,
was 7 minutes.
I hear it. But when you listen to Clash, yeah, he's saying a lot of things.
Yeah.
He's saying you man ain't got cinema in your yard. You sit down over there, innit? Like, he's saying a lot in Clash, but with this video, he's saying you man can't get Louis Theroux and Jonathan Ross
Saying,
to come and
"Do
you
have a
can't
Birkin?"
get
Yeah,
these
nah,
names.
nah.
Ian Wright is not bucking you. Mourinho's not bucking you.
Mourinho
is not bucking you, bro.
Mourinho is not bucking you, bro.
It's not just what, because from the little bit I've seen, it's not just that Mourinho's in it. Mourinho's like
He's
acting.
vibing.
Yeah,
He's vibing.
One of them pushed him.
Yeah.
He said, you lot, be careful, you know. This is Big Jose, man. We're pushing him when they were saying,
Jose.
when they were saying he doesn't talk. I said,
Yo.
wow. I said, wow. At that point, I was like, nah, it's
Bro,
beyond.
do you know what was making me laugh so much, bro? people was atting Chip so much on Twitter that he was trending.
Okay, okay, do you know what? This is, and I want to make this clear. I haven't seen it, so I don't know full context of the track, of the video, anything like that. This was one thought that I had, and I wanted to, like, now that you brought it up, I want to ask you two about it, because I don't know enough context to know if what I'm going to say is something that could have never happened and shouldn't have been in there and whatever. But one thing I did think when all this happened was, I'm very much a fan of seeing beef squashed. Okay, so I think that's always a nice moment to see. Like when we saw the Chip and Bugsy, that meant something. You know, it was cool. When you consider how many people were involved in this and what it showed, and from what I believe was it shown as was a celebration really of UK culture, but very much black culture. Do you think there could have been an extremely big win to include Chip in that and squash the beef as a result of it, but have that be a moment of being like, this is here as well?
Never happening.
I haven't heard, so I don't know. I'm generally asking as two people that have seen it.
Obviously, it would never happen.
Yeah.
Like at this current moment in time. Would it have been wavy to see that? 100%.
That would have been chilling.
Bro, imagine like
if Chip was the last one walking with the umbrella.
It would have been such a cool moment, wouldn't it?
I don't think I think I might have busted tear.
Yeah, because that's growth.
Yeah.
However, I don't see them squashing it.
A lot of things.
No, I know.
Chip went at man with every. Like, you know them ones at paintballing, yeah? When you're emptying the can and you're just shooting. You run out and then you just get another. And you just keep... That's what Chip was doing. Was it last year or the beginning of this year? Bro, he was just on him.
That petrol station...
People were saying that he's going to get Roy Hodgson.
Bro, people were trying to say, if he doesn't get Pep Guardiola, don't make the video.
And then they got that video of Pep being chased
down the street. Yeah, I saw that. That's great.
That Donny that did that, I don't know what he was thinking.
Funny.
Why are you screaming at Pep, bro?
I don't know.
Pep was shook, though.
He was shook, bro. He said, yes. I said, why are you doing that? And why the hell is Pep just riding his bike around places, fam? He needs to be careful, bro.
But he strikes me as that guy in it. Like, he's just on whatever.
Nah, he needs to be careful, bro.
But the point I was making is, I know what you're saying in that's a very big thing we're asking there, and it doesn't take away anything from what was done on it. But what I'm saying is, we've seen things that we never thought could be squashed in the past. And so as much as you say that's impossible, it's never going to happen, I guess everything's impossible until it's possible.
Now it's not possible.
I hope it does. But that's the thing. I feel like in the UK, man, there's this sense of pride. And actually, let me not talk too much, because I don't know these lot personally. We really don't even know their situation. We saw the video of when he pulled up to Chip and that.
That's a very good point to make. Yeah.
We don't actually know how deep it is, whether they've even tried to squash it or whatever,
Think about your personal situations and what people outside of your personal situations know compared to the actual situation.
Yeah.
Now, expand that on a massive fame level with everyone in your business,
and they actually people are talking about your business, and some might be true, some might not be, but I'm sure Chip was that, because he put a post up and saying, everyone's saying my name. I like that he does that, because it's like he's not taking it serious. But at the same time, do you think that it affects him, like that type of video? And I don't want to say, could Chip do something like that? Because I feel like that's out of order.
But you could say that and insert any name.
Any name,
in the UK, and it's not going to be... No one could do that. No one can do that in the UK, bro.
I think Giggs, Skepta can do that still.
Skepta, maybe.
I think Giggs could do that.
I think Giggs could do that, but not with the Louis Theroux and the Jonathan Rosses. I don't think that's going to happen.
I think it could.
I don't think so.
What about Dave in that conversation?
Dave, again, I don't think he's...
I think Dave could.
Dave could, maybe, but the way Stormzy put that together with Gabrielle, some of the people he had in the video.
Yeah, no, but I think Stormzy's... because he's just unattached in the sense of we don't see him. We're not necessarily seeing a relationship, but every time I see videos of him backstage, he's always talking to someone huge, and he's got relationships with these people. I think I saw a video when Henry said that she saw him and he was like, I'm gonna shout you in a few months. Like, the thing with Stormzy, and I think one of the biggest things that people don't give him credit for throughout his whole span of his career, is his creativity. We've seen it from when he did that
Shut Up.
That
even just Shut Up, bro.
Even just that in itself, bro, like that was a big deal. And beyond that, Gang Signs and Prayer, all the videos. But I think the biggest thing now is what happens now, because I feel like with that video, he's got people's attention that might not have necessarily taken him in as much as they would have, because he's seen as this guy that's gone not too clear, but so clear that he's not like you can't touch him in a sense. I feel like Dave, everyone still relates to him. Like Giggs, people still relate to him. Skepta, but
there comes
Stormzy,
a
the way
certain
his
point
career,
where what they're speaking on is a different life. So how does it relate? Yeah.
But
And also, do you know what? Just talking on Skepta quickly as well, yeah. Like I think that if Skepta was to do a video like that, there would also be names in that video where you're like, right, he got Kanye, or he got Dada, or he. Do you know what I'm saying?
Meek, bro.
Like Skepta could get names. Don't get me twisted, but I feel like that's almost a cheat code because Stormzy's career is 10 years younger than Skepta's.
Yeah, but
do you get what I'm saying?
But you could also say that because of the time, he's been able to maintain and attain these relationships because of the time that we're living in.
I think
I hear what you're saying.
Stormzy's had a very impressive progression through UK culture.
Yeah.
And I think when we say UK culture, we tend to think, I don't know if this is the right way to word it, I think we tend to think UK black culture. But actually, when I'm talking about UK culture in terms of Stormzy, we're talking Jonathan Ross. That's just UK culture, as in wider, the nation. The fact that like we've had a royal funeral in the past weeks, and Stormzy's the kind of person who you wouldn't think is out of place to perform at a Jubilee.
Facts.
Do you know what I mean? Like he's got into that level. The guy
Glastonbury
headlined Glastonbury
in a Banksy bulletproof vest.
Do you know what's the matter? Have you ever watched, and if you haven't watched it, go watch it because it's cool. Have you ever watched the BBC, I think it's BBC, did a documentary about Stormzy talking about the Glastonbury performance?
Nah.
Bro, his in-ears blew twice in that performance.
Swear
to the point where he basically couldn't hear, because he says what you hear on a speaker is at a different time to what he's got here, and he has to have this to be able to hit it on time. It got to the point where they weren't working so much that he threw them out, and he said, I've just got to go off what I feel on the floor. And he said, I went back to his old days of spitting. He went off the bass of what he could feel in the beat, and he went by that. And the mad thing was, there's a really interesting point where he talks about, you talking about relationships he has with people. He talks about his relationship with Chris Martin of Coldplay, right? Because the first time his in-ears goes, Chris Martin comes out to sit with him and play piano, I think for
the one with
Blinded by Your Grace, I think. When he goes off stage, he says you can tell the guy's a professional or something to that effect, because Chris Martin sees something's going on and just riffs until he can come back out. Carries on again, it blows again, and he has to do the whole thing just off whatever. And he says when he comes backstage afterwards, he was in like a state of like, what the fuck, like what happened and all this kind of thing. And he says something to the effect of Chris Martin come up to him and said, for this performance right now, God needed you in the moment, focused. And the way he could focus you was by taking away all of your safety nets. And he put you in that position to do what you needed to do. And he said then he went and watched it back and he realised, I thought it was fucked. And he watched it back and was like, it wasn't. But he said Chris Martin, the way he worded it to him was like, that's mad that I didn't think of it that way, and that's incredible.
Yeah, that's why I rate Stormzy as well, though, because he leaves God at the center of everything that he does, to the point where people boy him for it.
I know, man. Call him a Jehovah's Witness on Twitter.
Man's a Jehovah.
I'm not necessarily the most religious person in the world, but when he said that, I was like, I'm with you, bro.
Now hear it.
Let us walk in the light.
My days.
I mean, no disrespect with that. Shout out to my mum and dad.
Nah, come on, the Reverend Lucy as well, get me? But flipping, no. I'm glad you brought that up though, because that was all everyone was talking about last week.
It was huge, bro.
And the cameos and everything. We just one last thing before we wrap that bit up. If somebody tops that in the next 3 years, 4, even 5 years, I'll be shocked.
The maddest thing about it is the fact that if you look at the world of music and whatever, people who are the biggest names in the world, and this is no knocks to any of them, but like Ed Sheeran can drop an album, disappear for a couple of years, come back, and it's like, oh, Ed Sheeran's come back with a new album. An easy one for right now is like, I know he's not quite to the level, but Lewis Capaldi, right? Massive pop star, has the huge album, goes away, comes back with new music. But what Stormzy's done, and time again, because he did it with Heavy as the Head as well, is you hear he's coming back and you think, oh, Stormzy's come back with new music. Cool. And then what he does is he drops something and you think, oh, he didn't come back with new music. He came back with a new level and he took it further than we thought he could go. And I haven't even seen it.
No, but I think that also the thing that for me about everything he did with that piece, not just the video, but what he was saying, what he was doing with the flows, what he did with the beat selection. I think what he was doing was saying, don't ever forget what I can do in it.
Facts.
Just because I do the pop thing and I can chart and them thing there, don't ever forget who you're talking to. That's what I got from that
and
piece.
that's the
You know
thing.
what I'm saying?
He's that's what I'm saying. Like, because he was doing like the pop thing and that, people started not losing respect, but it's like they're just, it's not for them.
Come on, we're singing and them thing there.
Yeah, but it's the flexing thing. UK, they love it.
Yeah, they do.
They
still.
like Dave, them man. What song do they have together? Is it Clash?
Clash, yeah, Clash.
Yeah, bro. When you're flexing, bro, they're gonna love it, bro. I don't know what it is, but when they hear Rolly's things that they can't attain.
But what's good is a bit of this, bit of that. Innit?
Yeah.
It's
So I'm
you've
interested
gotta
to see what happens next with Stormzy. Still, like the album, if he's gonna go down that like popish route, whether he's gonna go straight, because he can just go straight rap.
I feel like there's certain. I feel like when you think about the stuff with Wiley, I feel like there's certain times with Stormzy where I think he probably has insecurity. Might be the wrong word for it, but a thing in his mind that's like, I need to show him that I can still do it.
Facts.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna come back with this.
But that's because people question, man.
Yeah. Facts,
And it's partly like, I don't fit. And just quickly to touch on the chip thing again, I think that people don't realize how much that could potentially have damaged somebody in terms of like Chip's cold.
Yeah.
Like Chip said a lot of things
in
and
a very nice way.
And whether and you know what, whether or not like people will sit there and say, yeah, but Stormzy doesn't need to reply to him. The way that Stormzy replied to Wiley almost made it, you do need to reply.
Yeah.
Because you had a certain energy for one man and the other one you didn't. So why is that? Do you get what I'm saying? It makes him look a certain way.
Yeah.
But obviously he's you know, he's rid out the storm and he's still sending little subliminals, little ones with and that's why Chip put the thing. Did you see his little Instagram post and that? Yeah, cool. He knows what it is.
Yeah.
But look, at the end of the day, like I said, nobody is talking to Stormzy right now. And that will be the case for another good 3-4 years in my opinion.
Motivation still. I needed that, man. I needed to grind for the rest of that. That's what I told you. I'm not.
When we're talking about beefs being squashed, though, just one that always sticks in my mind. I'm going stateside with it, but do you remember? You remember the moment when
Meatwalk.
Drake was on stage
Meatwalk,
and started playing Dreams and Nightmares.
Yeah,
bro, what a moment.
Yeah,
but I think there was people in there were sort of like, what?
Yeah.
Is this a mistake?
Yeah.
And then it played for longer, and it was like, okay, is he doing this to take the piss?
It's mad still.
And then Meat come out, and it was like, oh my
It's like
god,
a WWE moment.
yeah, it was
yeah.
huge
It's like
pop,
as
as they would say in the biz.
Bro.
Huge pop.
Jolt thing. Quickly. Different segment for you lot today. Didn't
Yeah.
even tell you on it. I think I told you, maybe I didn't.
The wrestling feet and Stormzy. What's going on?
We're
Bit of
doing
politics in there.
we're doing a most likely to,
Okay.
right? Just real quick. You lot, are you ready?
Yeah, already.
Alright, cool. Don't take this too serious. Who's most likely to forget their friend's birthday? We'll start off nice and light. Out of us three.
I think it'll be me.
Really? You're going to be honest with it? Because I would have said you as well.
No, I forget birthdays.
Do
Unless
you?
it's in December.
Why? Because yours
That's
is in
my
December.
birthday, yeah. Like, I'll be honest.
I've got an answer for that.
Go on.
Yeah, it's anecdotal.
Go on.
I bought Sav a birthday present. I didn't get one back.
That's a lie.
Ooh.
That's a lie.
What did you get me?
This year. Your birthday, I bought you a PlayStation controller because you needed one.
I bought you a present, bro.
What did you get them then?
Can I make
I
a
can't
point?
remember.
Sorry, can I make a point? I don't care. I'm bringing it up because it's the topic. I'm bringing it up.
What did
I
you
don't
get him
care.
then?
But hold on, just quickly. Does that mean, just to talk about what we've spoken about, right? I didn't forget it was your birthday.
No, he didn't forget it was my birthday.
Okay.
He just
I
forgot
didn't
how
bu- I
much you
didn't buy
should care.
I didn't buy you. As you didn't buy your present.
I don't know. You might.
I'll
have
be
done.
honest
You
right
might
now.
have done.
Because I buy you a present every year.
I can't remember your
Yeah,
birthdays.
you have done in the past, but something changed.
If I didn't, then that's mad.
Suddenly I got into my 30s and man didn't want to know.
I can't remember your birthdays. I'll be
But
honest.
no, can I just make a point in saying I'm saying that as a joke because on my 30th birthday, so not my most recent, the one before,
Yeah.
I went and had like a day with my family. It was lovely with my missus there and all the family. It was a wonderful time. I had a very, very nice day. And I thought my birthday was over and I came back with Dee to my flat. I had Luke, my housemate, had decorated all the house and all this stuff for my birthday, which was amazing as well. And Sav was there as well, helping him do it all.
What
And
was
it was
the
that little
invite
moment
though?
where I was like, I thought it was done.
What was the
And
invite?
people that care for me went to extra
What
effort.
was the invite though?
You're selfish. You wouldn't have come.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't have come.
What do you mean?
You would have said, who?
What do you mean? What was my invite though?
For what, bro? It's a little, like, you get me?
Oh, so it's the closer circle.
No, it's not about
Fair
closer
enough.
circle.
Fair enough. Carry on.
Listen, you shout D. D's the one that lined it
No,
all
it's
up.
fine.
Yeah, actually, in fairness, it was her that sorted it
Yeah,
out.
D, you're gonna watch this. Don't shout me. Don't shout me.
Who's the most likely to win the Nobel Prize? That's me.
I think Oba.
Oba.
Yeah.
What's he gonna win it for?
Because I think me and you would probably do things and not shout about it.
Yeah.
That is. What do you mean? I don't shout. Fam. I do good things
I'm
on a
joking,
daily.
That's our tough one. The Nobel Prize.
I think
that
horny. I
one's
think
tight
horny.
still.
I'll
Why?
probably
Horny still.
Horny. I think horny.
Don't ever say that again. I feel uncomfortable right now.
Dear. I'm going to give you a little anecdote quickly on that. When I was a kid, I went to a Chinese restaurant with my mum, my dad, and my brother.
Yeah.
And my mum walked in and said, "Got a table for Horner?" And they said, "No, we haven't got anything." I was a kid. First time I've ever heard that wordplay. And my mum went, "Have you got horny?" And they went, "Yeah, we have." She was like, "Oh, okay." And I laughed and was like, "What was that?" And she looked and she was like, "You're going to get this a lot with your surname." And she just looked at us and was like, "It's the reason I never took a double-barreled surname when I married your dad. Because my mum's maiden name is Cant. C-A-N-T.
Yeah, that's.
So she would have been horny."
That's a madness.
It's funny though. It's a funny joke from
How does that even? That's mad still.
Yeah,
Crazy.
But there you go.
Still.
Who's most likely to join a cult?
That's Oba.
That's 100%.
That's 100% Oba.
That's without as in that's guaranteed nailed on.
I almost feel like one day
I'm
you
a
could.
godly man.
I feel like one day you could call me up and be like, "I've met these people and we need to go." But
Hey, this is mad. I'm a godly man.
no, yeah, for that
would never
reason I
sign
would
a
say
con-
no. For that,
It
reason, I
has
would
to
say
be
no.
Sav.
I feel like you
Sav
could.
would genuinely sign up to a cult and he wouldn't say nothing. You'll just see behavior changes.
Nah,
bro.
that's kind of true, you know.
You just see behaviour
I'm
changes.
the son
It's
of a
fact.
pastor, bro.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
So it's me, innit? My mum speaks every week at church. What's going on? No, it's none of us.
Yeah, no, that one is a bit techie still. A cult is a bit mad.
Cool. Most likely to not be able to keep a secret.
I think we're all good at keeping secrets, to be honest.
I think we are quite good.
Okay, so you lot are gonna do the diplomatic thing. Alright.
I don't know. I mean, I don't have a situation where either one of you have told people my business.
Have you guys ever said my things to someone without me saying that I should?
Nah.
No.
If you said I don't mind you saying something,
I'd never say that.
yeah, then I haven't had.
I don't. The one thing I would say is, I think, put it this way, right? Let's say, for example, if I tell you something, I kind of accept and I'm cool with the fact that if I'm telling you something, I'm kind of knowing Kads is probably going to know it as well.
Okay, yeah.
I kind of tell, like, if I tell Mills something, like,
How do you not feel about that?
if I'm brutally honest with you, I don't think it's something that it doesn't bother me at all. I actually think it's quite nice.
But is that because you tell your girl everything?
No, because I don't necessarily.
Mm.
There's certain things I don't. But if I tell someone something and they're close enough with their partner that person asks, "Oh, how's Dave?" and they talk about whatever, then I don't think it's much of a violation.
So do you think that if you tell a man something and he's got a girl, you have to automatically assume their girl's gonna know as well?
No.
I do automatically assume that, but I don't have an issue with it. I think it's fine.
It depends on what it is.
Unless I specifically have grounds to believe that their girl is someone that won't honour the fact that that's information that
private
shouldn't be
thing.
shared. Yeah, that's different. But if I'm honest, most people that I know that have partners like that, I know that that's someone else who's also, if you trust them, then they're trusted. Do you know what I mean?
I hear that. It's an interesting one, that one there.
It
so.
is
you
interesting.
got
It's
any
very
more?
interesting.
I got loads more, but we're only going to do a few more. That one's a bit nuts.
Go on, no, do the nuts.
No, don't do that one.
No, come on. Do
Most I'll fuck it. Most likely to get caught having sex in public.
caught in public.
That's you.
So you got to be someone who's doing it in public anyway.
Sav.
I'm not really about.
Wait, why me?
Because I'm not public, but
It's not going to be me or Oba.
Yeah,
Why?
I feel
Because
like
we
you.
live with
Yeah.
our partners.
So you might
we
get
have a whole
caught up in a
house.
moment.
Nah, I think it'll be you.
The only
still.
way it'd be for
Nah.
me is if the moment
I
takes
think
you in
it'll be
the,
you still.
if the moment takes you in the living room and the blinds are a bit open.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah,
only way I'm
yeah.
getting caught in public.
That's not even public. That's people shouldn't be
So
looking
it's you
into.
then.
It's you.
Okay.
Take that one.
That's mad. Don't ever say things like that to me.
Zip, come on, man, grow up.
Most likely to pull a sickie. That's Oba.
You've pulled sickies, bro. I don't pull sickies.
Excuse me?
When have I pulled sickies? Bro, I was the only person working on Vibe for like 4 years. It was impossible for me to pull a sickie.
Fair enough. You're right.
Like, it was actually impossible.
You're
Like,
right.
if I wanted to, that's it. There's a few of these that just don't make sense.
One more.
Most likely to become Prime Minister, Horner.
No.
Yeah, nah, facts.
Yeah, come on.
Oba again.
No,
Most
come
likely
on.
to marry a celebrity. That's me.
That's
You
Sav.
lot already getting married and that. Alright, cool.
Unless one of our girls suddenly becomes.
I wouldn't mind that.
Most likely to get a terrible tattoo. That's Horner.
That's me
Because you're the only one who's got a tattoo.
Yeah, and you two probably wouldn't. Am I right in
No,
saying
wouldn't.
no?
I'll get a tattoo, but
I don't think I will.
you don't think you'll ever get a tattoo? Why
No.
not?
I got sensitive skin.
I think
I'll be
anyone
honest.
anyone that has multiple tattoos probably has a tattoo themselves that they think they would change something about it. I have a tattoo that I would probably do something different with if I had the chance to do it again. So yeah, that's
You can't get. You can probably just get that reef. Like,
Nah, it's big.
Where is it then? Where?
We'll do one more. Let me
Yeah.
find a good one to end it on, because I feel like
Did you man see? Quick one while
Yeah.
you're looking. Did you man see the Gemma and Luke? Gemma jumping. on
Oh
that big
man,
bunny?
yeah, this is interesting. This.
I don't think it's interesting. I think it's a violation of every.
No, I mean it's interesting because what is going
What
on?
the hell is that?
wait, what is it? Fill me in.
When Gemma from Love Island
And
jumped
Luke,
on.
you know, Michael Owen's daughter,
Oh,
with the jump
Was she
up with the
wrapped
legs.
on it?
Wrapped. Oh my gosh!
And that guy was like, "Hello, mate. Nice to meet you. You know what
Big
you
man.
just did."
As in, oh my
Yeah,
days.
nah.
I don't
I'm
know
not shaking
what I
your
would
hand.
do, bro.
I'm not shaking your hand still.
Nah, not shaking hand. And also,
He looked in pain.
Nah,
Like,
bro, I wasn't
fam.
paying for him.
He was like this.
She
The
turned-
camera
no,
is
she-
there. He was like this.
Bro, she turned around. She said, "You're on camera, by the way." Like,
Like-
I know that video because I watched it and I was thinking, "There's no." Someone said, "Oh, it's a trainer from years back." I don't give a damn what
Nah,
you
there's
have
a
been
there's
to anyone.
there's I personally think that is unsensitive to your partner to do that in a public
Yeah,
setting
it's
that
a
is being
madness.
filmed. That's with someone that he probably doesn't know very well.
round.
That's
it's too far. But the other thing is as well, in that moment, yeah, I'm taking the phone away from whoever it is that's filming
Record
and
it,
saying,
facts.
Yeah,
delete that.
yeah.
Because
right
I'm not
now.
moist. I'm not a joke, man. They
The-
already
the-
said that I'm
the-
obsessed, and you want me to look even madder? Nah, bro.
The one thing I would say
Crazy,
is
crazy.
I'll give benefit of the doubt. I'll say I don't think it was calculated on her part.
100%.
It's just something that happened in the moment.
Yeah.
But it is a bit like you shouldn't.
they do that all the time when they link up, bro.
I don't know.
Like, it looks like they've been doing that every time Big Jimmy's around. Give him a
Big
leg.
Jimmy.
Big Jimmy.
Bro, that's what he looked like, a Bill or a Jimmy, bro. Man was just smiling. And the worst thing about it, when he put his arms, I said, "Oh," he put his arms around their legs, but it looked like he was going there. I said, "Nah."
It was almost like he thought about it and went, "Oh god."
He said,
And he
"Oh, that might
remembered
be
where,
a man."
yeah.
No
Have you
chance.
got a couple juicy
I got
ones?
one.
then?
What? Huh?
Have you got a couple juicy ones to end on?
I've got one more.
Yeah, go on, let's do that.
Most likely to break a world record.
Oh,
You eating the most ketchup.
I mean, he probably already has it. To be honest, there just wasn't one of those Guinness World Records guys there.
You lot just. You
How
lot,
many
I don't
burgers-
know.
How many burgers you can eat in a minute?
that's Horner.
Do you know why?
You finish
Do you know
burgers
why I
quick
think
now.
it's one of you two and not
Choose
me?
to.
Is because I don't have much of a competitive nature in me. I don't really care if I've got to be number one. I'm
Yeah,
not
Horner
really
will
like
start
that.
and be like,
You lot have played pro clubs with me. I don't really care for being good.
Yeah.
Oh my
At
days.
stuff like that.
Last night.
Bro, we got the win percentage up though
Swear.
to 30%.
I need to jump back on though. This winter I'm back still.
Yeah.
Bro, you've been gone so long that last night when Sav joined the party, everyone went, "Oh, it's a full house." People don't even realise you're not there
It's
anymore.
mad still. It's mad. I've not been about for time still.
But no, I would say that's one of you two. I don't know. What do you think you'd be breaking a record for?
I actually don't know, bro. Maybe when I like there's nothing physical like jump. I'm not athletic like that no more.
I think. Do you know what it could be for you? You know, you like those video games that are like impossible to beat games. Those ones.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I could see you like trying to do like a speed run challenge.
yeah,
So I want
yeah,
to
yeah.
complete this
Like
in
tempo
the
Nah,
World
because I'm a
record time.
casual. I'm a casual gamer. Whereas them man that do all of that, like they will
Yeah,
actually,
people get into it.
they will do that forever,
Yeah.
bro. I can't do that. That's
I don't
mad.
know. I know.
But
I
just
mean,
because, just in case Mills is watching, and I know he'll say it, it's probably me for eating something record amounts or in record time. Whatever you want.
we need to run that back though.
We need to bring Mills and let him come on
Nah,
this. That would be
but then he
so
will
You have
switch
to
up.
drop a camera though.
But yeah, no, thank you guys.
Come
for
on.
tuning into another episode of On the Rocks podcast. We had Horn in the building again.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, come
Come
on,
on.
man.
Horner _DM anywhere you want to
Come
come.
on.
Everywhere.
He's
TikTok, IG,
Yeah.
Twitter.
If you're into your wrestling, you know, follow man up. Make sure.
Or don't, because you won't know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
anyway.
Yo, get involved.
Yeah, get
Maybe I
involved.
need to tone it down a bit so that people can feel welcome.
No, it's good. Honestly, it's actually good.
Come on.
Make sure you like, subscribe, send questions in as well of what you want us to answer. And yeah, we'll see you next time.
Peace.